all. Today I am back with one more tutorial with Firebase and ESP32. So today I am going to demonstrate how we can control GPIO pins from Google Firebase real-time database. So basically by this you can control the GPIOs from anywhere over the world, and you can control the appliance at your home or at your work location. So I have already created that Firebase project, but I will show you quickly how to set up a project. So first I will click on add project, and it will ask you a name. So you can choose any based on your. I will just mention ESP32 GPIO and we'll click on continue. So next step is it will ask for Google Analytics, and it is free, okay, but I don't require it, so I'm disabling it and clicking on create project. So it will create the project, build up the resources, and set up few things on the back end. So it will take a while, so just have some patience. Over here it is almost done. Okay, now so your project is ready. Click on continue. So now we are on our project home page. So in my previous video we have I have shown you user can be set via authentication method. Okay, so how to set up authentication method, just click on get started. Here it's a short video is also given, you can use that as a reference. So here we have multiple options like Google, Facebook, Apple, GitHub, YouTube, Yahoo, Microsoft, Twitter, or like phone. I'm clicking as email or password. We need to enable it. Now click on save. So for this project I have enabled email and password. Now we need to add the user. So click on add user. You can add n number of users for a single project, and remember this email ID and password is for the login from the ESP32 device and not for the actual user. Okay, so just make sure use actual email ID, and you can use any password, but we need to remember it, the username, like email ID and password, because it will be required by the ESP32 to log in itself into the database. So you can also copy paste this detail on a notepad and click on add user. So once the user is added, you can have a user UID. Okay, it's a unique identifier number. Just copy it because it will be required as well. So I have done it. Like suppose if a user forgets the password, you can always reset the password. Once you click it reset password, it will trigger an email with a password reset link to the registered or this mentioned email ID. So just don't forget to copy this user ID. It will be required in the programming. Now we need to click on project setting and open project settings. From here we require this web API key. I need to copy it as well, and now I will go to the home and we'll create a database. Okay, so here click on see all build features, real-time database, and depending on they are keeping this Firebase keeps changing the UI, so might be for you, or when you refer this video, might be there are some changes. So click on create database. Now it will ask you for the real-time database location. So depending on your location, you can have a location. So right now I'm from Asia, so I'm selecting Singapore, Asia, Southeast. It is nearby to me from my location, and click on next. Okay, so now we are on the security rules. So start in test mode. Okay, so this default security rule for now anyone with view, edit and delete all your database for next 30 days. If you are keeping it idle, it will be available till 29/11 by default. Click on enable, like today is 30th October, so yeah, for 30 days it will be available if I don't edit it, obviously, but I am going to change it. So from here we need to copy this console URL, like it's a database URL as well, and now click on the rules, who can access this database. Okay, so from here click on edit rules, and now here we need to do some changes, like authentication UID is equals to, now here we need to enter the UID. If you remember, like we have created in the user ID field. So for read and write, we need to mention both in both fields, like authentication UID, and then paste your UID. You can delete this line. It's they are basically the comments. So I'm just right now I'm not doing any changes. I have already created the project, so I'm just clicking on discard. Okay, and yeah, clicking on the data. Okay, so I'm back on my real-time database. Just click on here. You can use JSON files to import your database, or you can create database on your own, but yeah, it will be chargeable as well. Okay, so choose wisely how you want to proceed. So once your database is ready, like pretty much is done on the Firebase side. So I will quickly show you the actual project or I have already created. So this one is my actual project. You can see here few data usage showing as well. Okay, I will show you. This is the authentication method, and I will go to my real-time database or build feature real-time database. So my databases I have created already here for GPIO 2 and 15. Okay, so now I will add the video of the ESP32 board as well. I have already ported this program to my ESP32 board. Just for powering up, I have connected it with the USB to this my ESP32 board. Okay, so here is my board. You can see it is connected via USB. Just for powering, you can use any power source. If you have a USB power adapter, you can use it as well. Okay, so and from here you can see these two pins. The first one is the GPIO 15 and the next one is the GPIO 2, and below it is this on the ground. So right now these two GPIOs are connected here, and now on my dashboard or on the URL my Firebase, I'm just clicking the value for GPIO 2 as 1, and see it turns on the light. Now I'm just turning it off. Okay, so now like from this I am just we'll turn these both lights, this one as well and another one. Okay, so the white is pretty bright, so let me turn it off so you can, like from here, if I can get, like, see, you can see both the LEDs are on. And let me turn the blue one off. Okay, you can see the difference now. Okay, now say suppose I need to I have one more user who wants to control these applications as well. So I have already created, like, I will use one more account. Okay, I have created one more account on the mail ID like I have used previously, or I have it already set up. You can create any email or any person's mail ID you can take. So now if I say want to access my real-time database from this account, it's different one which is not currently listed in my rules. Okay, I will show you one more time. Project setting, users and permission. So here only one member is there, it's my primary mail ID, and now I'm switching back to this different mail ID I have created. I'm opening the link. So here it goes, this project does not exist, or you do not have permission to view it. So how to add permission? So we'll go back to this actual console of my project. I will click on add member, just need to paste the second email ID. Now here we'll have option like it's owner, editor or viewer, or based on Firebase rule you can give admin or viewer rights. I'm just selecting as editor and clicking on done. Add member. So yeah, member is added, and now I will switch back. Okay, so you will receive this kind of mail like Vatsal Bhavsar has added you as a collaborator to the project Firebase test, and now I will refresh this link and you will have the database access now. Okay, so if you can see, like on the actual front in our database, I have already turned on both of the LEDs, a real-time database. Okay, you can see both the LEDs are on, and let me add the board as well in the video. Okay, so here the both LEDs are on, and now I'm switching back to the another account and turning off the GPIO2. See, it's off. Now go back. Here you can see as well it is turned off. Now let me turn this one off as well. It's off. Now go back to this one. It's off. If you can see here, from here you can identify the different accounts. It's the another one account which I have created for the testing. So please do like the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for watching this till end.